All right, welcome back to Just Enough Garage. Today we're doing chrome valve cover stuff, tractor show stuff, and missing Ford stuff. All right, so you saw in the opener, hopefully, Mary, put a collage in there of stuff coming up so we can capture the viewer's attention. Anyways, yeah, we just hit a year on Just Enough Garage. We've had pretty successful. I realize that some of my videos may not appeal to everybody, but for those who are subscribing and have continued to subscribe, I appreciate it. Thank you. Today, we're going to try to fix the C10 by doing this. I believe, this is what I believe. I believe that I need to get this venting going on so that I'm not building pressure in the motor. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Come on over, John. Rolly, how are you, buddy? You're all right? Okay. So this is a 1967 283. You guys saw in the video previous, we drove it a little bit. We also did the parade and everything. This weekend was just as busy, just as busy. I went yesterday to the tractor show. There'll be more of that coming up, but I wanted to fix this today. Carburetor worked good. I don't believe we're getting wide open throttle. My friend Eric called me later and he said, hey, I think that gasket's hanging up. We're gonna pull that off, cut that center out so that the back secondary should open. We're gonna try that. Other thing is I want to change these valve covers out. I love the script, but what I don't have is any PVC or any venting, and I believe that's contributing to why I'm getting oil pushed past my front seal. You guys seen in previous videos last summer, I put a speedy sleeve. It's all new seals. This motor's been re-gasketed. It didn't used to do that. Well, oh darn.
Put your head right on that part.
You know what's that button? If you can get that button to hit right on there. Whoa. Anyways, the chrome valve covers, they were on this motor for years when this motor was in that green Jeep. I did the old Chevy switcheroo on stuff. You don't throw anything away. You just switch it around and then it's new. Anyways, I'm going to try that, putting those on there, and then I'll plug in the PVC here to our main PVC vacuuming situation. And then one side will vent, one will be the oil side. Well, actually, I don't need it, John, because I got an oil right here. So one side will be the PVC, and one side will be the vent that comes up if you had the air cleaner. And we're going to see if that can reduce some pressure in the motor. It's just a theory. So let's get started on that and get rolling on pulling this carburetor. Let's get some tools and let's get going. So before I get too far into the Chevy stuff, this was in a box of junk at the tractor show. I love the tractor show because people show up with just random stuff for sale. It's like a little swap meet on one section. How much do you think I give for that? Come on, put your comments in the below question. 3, 2, 1. Did anybody guess $1? Because that's what I paid, was $1. So let's see if it works on this Ford over here. So you got to have a memory of what you need when you go to these places. Yeah, I know my backyard's full of crap. I get it. Leftover Chevy parts everywhere. Bathtubs from the Little Mermaid. Boats that were too small. Trucks that don't run. But look what I got here. Do you think that's going to go there?
Yeah, that'll fix all your problems.
Oh. There's no battery in it, otherwise I could try the horn, but...
Yeah. Well, does the truck even have a horn in it?
I don't know, John. Can you see what I'm doing?
I'm trying
It's the right one. So wouldn't it be funny, because where we got, I'll make sure no bees in here. I hate bees. Well, they're wasps. Bees are good, wasps are bad. But where I got this was very similar to the same town where the truck came from. So wouldn't it be funny if somebody took this off eons ago and then they're like, hey, someday and it's just a big karma thing? What if we just take this right out? We don't need that. That's gone. That's gone. You're gone. I think it might need some crazy glue. It's the right thing for the right. You know, didn't we say, John, we needed one of these? And I was like, man, I just let the universe bring it to me.
Sure.
The universe brought it to me. The first thing I did, I walked through the gate and I looked through the first box
And there it was.
Ooh, I'm like, hey, I could use that. Now I don't know how to get it to attach. It looks like all the knobs are ripped off.
Well, it looks like you're supposed to hook this
Oh, look, it's even got broken plastic in it from the last guy.
and hook the other side. And hey, look, ours is got broken plastic.
It could have been from this truck. I think.
Or it's just a common thing that happens to these trucks.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to fill it with adhesive and shove it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody else have a Ford that does this? How do you fix yours? That's interactive. When somebody on YouTube says, write in the comments below, what they're saying is, help me build my channel by giving a comment. And you know, last week's video, I didn't get one comment, John. Not one comment. My friends have all given up on me.
That's fun.
I got a couple thumbs up. Thumbs up, comments. You know, if you've watched this far, go ahead and comment. Say, hey, I watched this far. I know it could be summer that people are busy. I understand. You know, anyways, that's just for looks.
That's just there now.
That's makeup on a pig. That's what that is. That's makeup on a pig. But I got it. We could put some adhesive in there and just make it look that way. I'm still waiting on a title. And the friend of mine who I got this truck from, if you're watching this, get me that dang title. I want to do something with this truck. Oh, film that real quick, John. 53 Ford. This weekend I'm getting it off the trailer. I'm actually going to put it for sale. Last week I said I'd take some money for that Suburban. Nobody contacted me, so I'll start selling that locally. This one I'm going to sell locally too, unless somebody does it. I'll pull all that junk off the roof because I like that stuff. Anyways, I want my trailer back, so that's what we're doing. This truck here, if somebody wants it for parts, I'll sell it to you with no title, and then we'll deal with that later. You guys saw it in the video. Chevy parts, nobody needs. They're just scrap metal. I gotta make another dump run. All right, let's get out of here and get going on this.
So, how's it going?
Well, you turn the camera off for 2 minutes because you think it's boring. Nobody's gonna see. Big deal. 3 nuts. 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth? Well, I was taking it up like that. It's down inside somewhere. So, you see it in there, John?
No, I don't.
You can't go down unless I mess with the throttle. Let me get a magnet. Put it on pause. Ugh. This one has a magnet on the end. Anna, thank you, Just Enough Garage. Mrs. Just Enough Garage. She got me that a while ago.
There's also a light on there.
There's a light.
Yeah, you push that button.
Whoa.
And there's a light. It's brighter when you have the claws open.
The claw. The claw. Which one was it in? This one?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, great. The magnet sticks to everything. It doesn't fit.
Perfect.
I'll just shake it off of there. Just shake it off, shake it off, just shake it off.
Well, you want to take that fuel line off or just shake it?
I'm trying to. Let's get the. We can get the dang washers off. Can we? Can we? Come on, washer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Come on, washer. You can do it. Oh, you got good hands for that.
Yeah.
You should be a washer remover when you grow up.
Oh, it's your job. Oh, I remove washers.
Pretty technical. I can do it with a magnet in 20 minutes.
You're doing great here.
Okay, here we go. Let's lift this off. Okay. Now you can pull that over there where you can see the nut thing inside. This is the gasket we suspicion is getting hit on the bottom. So, can you see on the camera, John? I'm just going to cut the dotted lines. We should have done it in the beginning. We talked about it. We went on with life. We didn't do it.
So, yeah, you can see the dotted lines.
You know, what do we always say? If you're not doing it twice, you're not doing it right. You figure...
Also, there's the nut.
You see it?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Which one?
This
one?
No.
This one?
Come towards this way.
One?
Yeah, right there. You have it on there. If you keep
This
shaking
one?
it around, it'll come off.
Do I hang it over? What are you, insane? I could go down and ruin a motor. Yeah, you could.
It could ruin a perfectly okay motor.
All right, let me cut this out with my scissors. You gonna let that fall out, are you?
Yeah.
So you remember when he was in kindergarten? Now keep in mind that the school system is run by the U.S. government. It's public schools, unless you were expensive and you could go to a private school. But they taught you about scissors. Now, left-handed scissor people is like 25% of the society, so they had it more difficult because they had to try to use right-handed scissors for left-handed jobs. But
my school had left-handed scissors. I got yelled at for using them.
because you're left-handed?
No, I'm right-handed, but they were the same pair of scissors. It was just green and yellow
Well,
instead
these are
of
definitely
blue.
right-handed. The point I'm getting at is they taught you to stay within the lines. And look at here. This is a practical application of public education. Look at that. I'm going. Oh,
Well, most people don't have practical applications of public education.
Well, I do. I did, and I'm done. Oop, careful, careful. Oop. All right. So that's what we made. Let's.
Now you got 3 more horsepower.
No, it should open all the way. Like I say, Eric, I appreciate you calling me. He calls me the other night. He's my friend for years, and he's like, Darian, I watched your video. You know what's going on? And he starts telling me about it. And I'm like, yeah, that probably is what happened. And I wonder about this. Put that on there, and let's see if we can get full blow action before we put this on. Let's do a little tuning test by testing
one
it.
hole off.
Yeah, well, that happens. No, there's nothing wrong with the carburetor. Carburetor's fine. I can't seem to get none of it to work because it's the operator. Well, you got to use a hammer to put these on. Okay, so now this should go. What? I didn't see the barrels in the back open. Do they open?
I don't see them open.
What?
I can't see from here, though.
So why is it not opening? Did we mess something up? Do we need to call Eric back and say come fix it?
Let me climb on up here.
Oh no, see, it's moving the lever.
Yeah, but they're not open.
Well, sometimes they rely on the vacuum to pull them. Push that open and hold it.
Yeah, they
Yeah, they got a weight on them. Either way, it opens wide open throttle. And I can test that by removing it from the base. It's still the same. Does it? Look, this is not going to be a powerhouse. Yeah, I think this. See, there's a weight on that top fly. When it gets vacuum on it, it pulls it open. Let's assume we did it right and put the gasket on.
I gotta climb down from here. Where's the
Yeah,
bumper?
see, if I lowered it a little bit, John, I keep talking about it. One of these days you're going to come out here and I'm going to do it. All right, let's put this off. Oh, look at all the gas we poured in there.
Oh, good.
All right.
Maybe we can flood the engine.
You put this on. This goes there. This goes there. This goes there. I don't even have a battery in it, John. I had to put it in the motorhome. Okay, does that touch everywhere? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now you're gonna drop another thing in the.
I'll tell you what you can do. You can film me until I'm done putting this stuff on, and then you'll be like, he made it. Because this part's boring too.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh, it's your throttle.
Boom, boom, boom. It's pretty close, but boom.
So that's what your issue is.
So it could go away forward this way. So let's move. So we need to move this back this way.
Well, it looks like someone extended it.
Yeah, the last guy tried to make it fit on the last carburetor, and then look. So that's all the way open. Oh, so I gotta make a shorter still. I'm gonna get some, you know what? I'm gonna take that to the wire wheel. Delay. Let me take this to, oh, well, I'm going under the damn truck. That clip came off, John.
How fun.
It's probably, did it fall into the ground?
I didn't.
Hey, go ahead and get yourself a pair of glasses so you can see sometimes close, but never far away. Let me see if I can reach it. It doesn't feel like it. So we just wasted 20 minutes. John wasted 20 minutes looking for this.
I don't know what it looked like.
He did a really good job. He reaches his hands up over the bell housing, the back of the engine, the top of the transmission, down along all the cross members. And then I said, get out of there, John, I'll find it. And it was right on the ground the whole time. He just didn't know what it looked like. Even though I said it's a hole with a clip on it.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. I was thinking more of this piece that I found under there. I was thinking something like that with like a hole in it.
Yeah, and then I found some broken wires and stuff on the back. But anyways, that's it. Who cares? Let's move on. 20 minutes gone. Oh, look at me. I'm from Long Beach, California. My Maltese cross. So we put it on the door. That's stupid. Anyways, I got my oil can off my rat rod. Everybody makes fun of me for using it. Mariana makes fun of me for using it. Maybe you do too.
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what keeps America going. Is this stuff was made in America. This stuff was made in America. And that's why this stuff works so good when you put the two together. You throw in some homemade metric stuff from China. Look at that. It'll just thread itself on there now. I just rotate that. Look at that. That's probably too far. Let's go check it out. Oh, don't forget my clip. Now, do you think... So the way this works, John, is this goes over. Well, you put that through one side, then it goes through the other. And then this comes around. Oop, got it on backwards. And then this comes around and it snaps on like that. And the piece is in the middle. Kind of crafty. The problem is when you snap it...
When you unsnap it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then this comes out. That's when you lose it.
Uh-huh. And your kid looks around for it because he doesn't know what it looks like.
I mean, it was made no, it was only made 40 years before you were born.
I also didn't drop it, so I didn't know what it looked like.
Oh, it's my fault, huh?
No, I just never saw it.
All right, so while John was... Let me just get rid of that. While John was working on that, looking for that piece, I tightened the bolts. So don't anybody say you forgot, because I didn't. But anyways, yeah, you got to put this on there, this on there, that goes in there. There you go, and then you put that snap. See, that holds it on. Now, wide open throttle. And that's all it got is for wide open throttle. That would be pushed down. So let's adjust this thing back. Oh, yeah. Now, before anybody says, Darian, don't use a zip tie as a return spring. I'm using a zip tie as a return spring. I don't have the right one. You see right there? That is supposed to go right there. And that's how it's made. But you see how short it is? So I guess I could stretch that. But until then, I just use a zip tie, which eventually it'll break. Then we'll be in for a wild ride when the throttle's stuck open.
Well, you just put it in neutral and you get out.
Oh, you mean push on the clutch, let the motor rev? Oh, turn off the key? Yeah, those are all options.
I thought of that 1 second.
Or just go revving right into the traffic in town.
Oh, you can do that as number 3.
Okay, you stand there and look at that. I'm gonna push the throttle. Does it go wide open?
Seems to.
Shoot, yeah, it makes a dent in the floor. Hey, John, come here. I want to show everybody. So you guys remember the people of Washington, I was telling you it's a jungle. Look at this wisteria. This has been here how long, John? 4 days, 5 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's come from there to there. For people who say, Darian, your backyard's a jungle. I know, and I constantly am working on it too, but it's hard to keep up. Anyways, yeah, this wisteria is pretty bad. I thought it would be cool when I made this little man cave thing here. I thought that would be cool, but it's getting away from me. Let's move the tripping hazard. I guess we're obligated to take it for a drive, but I don't think we're going to do it today. I've got something else happening in a few minutes.
You also got several things in the way.
Yeah. I don't even have a battery for it because I had to borrow it for my motorhome because the other battery went ate poop on me. It almost burned down the motorhome because it got overheated somehow and it was sizzling hot, and so I pitched that one. All right, let's call it a day tomorrow. Let's take this for a drive, maybe later tonight, an evening drive. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'm not done. We got all the tractor stuff, but just to give you an update on that. I feel good about it. We'll take it out for a drive now, see where we're going. But I definitely need to put the valve covers on and make sure it's trying to reduce the engine pressure. I could be wrong, but that's what I think is happening. These 283s should have had vents in the later years, and I inadvertently blocked it off. So we'll get back to you. All right. So we lied to you a little bit. We're going to give you one more clip for the day's over. I was starting to rub these clean, and I thought, we should get some cleaner. And then I saw this in my shop. This is actual spray and wash. And, it's a spray and wash. Let's see if it does. It's supposed to remove grease. This one I was just cleaning by hand, and it was coming off pretty good. Let's see what happens. I have no history on these. I'm going to assume they're out of the 90s because The engine they were on was assembled in the 90s. Oh, that works good. Was assembled in the 90s, and then it was run for years and years. Oh, that's a win, Johnny. It even smells good too.
I know your engine can smell like spray and wash.
Well, I'm not going to promote somebody else's channel unless they promote me. I'm petty that way. But there's this guy in Oklahoma who's trying to sell this spray lube with the smell on it. You guys know who he is. But has anybody tried a cleaner that smells good and doesn't burn your hands or your open wounds? Yeah, spray and wash is doing that. That actually works really good.
Well, you don't know if that burns your open wounds or not.
I'm not going to get any to find out. Yeah, that works good. Is it a chrome polish? Yes. Can it do more? Yes. Can it spray clean? Yes. Good on clothes. Good for the environment. I mean, how could it not be good for the environment, John?
Wait, is that laundry?
Yeah, it's a laundry. It's a laundry spray. Don't you know what spray and wash is?
No, I had no clue.
You don't do laundry then?
No, we haven't had that in our laundry room because it's out here.
Don't tell Mrs. Just Enough Garage. She'll get me.
She sometimes watches our videos.
She sometimes does, and sometimes she don't. Anyways, yeah, that works good. These are just a little bit starting to rust. Just a little bit. The chrome is coming off.
We'll go buy some polish and polishing pads.
No, I'm not going to buy nothing, John.
Well, you don't want this to be the only nice thing on that truck?
I'm not buying nothing until I make sure I know what I want. You guys ever do that? You try to go cheap, and then you find out it was too cheap, and it costs you more time and money. Other times you're like, I just want to experiment. Sometimes you're just like, these are vintage parts, John.
Yeah, except they don't have any branding on it or stuff, so they're not that cool.
But let's say they're 35 years old, because that's, I believe, when the 90s was about then. And this, I believe, was put together in those years on that engine. Well, on that 283 when they were plentiful, and somebody put it in the old Jeep. Well, it's got a little rust in there. We should try your vinegar trick.
I think a battle rust probably works better.
Yeah, but see, that costs money, John. We're trying to do it cheap.
Yeah, you keep complaining about vinegar because I put it in that one engine.
And it did nothing.
It did stuff. It got some of the rust loose, but not enough to turn the engine over.
Consider I'm going to have to go spend $40 on valve cover gaskets just to see if this works. I did have these, but this one's already broke. I got one rubber one and one cork one. So that was what was on the engine. And I know the gaskets on that other engine are no good because I glue them to the thing when I install them. So
are you going to hammer these dents out, or are you going to just leave it like that?
Maybe I'll get a thick gasket and not worry about it. Yeah, we'll hammer that out. There you go.
Brand new.
If chrome don't get you home, chrome has nothing to do with it. What they're talking about is the cheapity of it. It's hard to beat a factory part. You know, these are just not factory. Somebody's made a little clearance there for the master brake cylinder. Anyways,
they just dropped something.
Spray and wash for the win. Maltese cross it. Oh yeah, we'll drill a hole in that.
Oh yeah, then you can seal up your wing nut.
All right, you know what? I'm such a jerk. Just stop. Put it on pause. I'll be back. All right, watch my creativity. This is chrome, and it doesn't look very good. All right, you agree with that?
Nah, it looks great. It fits the truck.
This is a valve gun. I actually bought a new air filter when I put that motor in. Oh, this is going to be so good. This is where rat rotting comes from.
And what color paint you using?
Chevy orange.
Oh, good.
So I get a little Chevy orange.
Make sure you restore the table.
Now you can do one light coat, or you can just put it on. This is actually good paint. For this bit right here, I'm probably spending $6 because these are $12 a can now.
Yeah, and you're restoring the table.
Oh yeah. It's hard to beat a good engine paint smell, you know? It just comes down to it. It's like, man, that smells good.
It smells like engine.
It smells like success, John. That's what success smells like. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. No, they weren't talking because they love the smell of napalm. They love the smell of, success. Anyway, that's what I was going for. Do that. Here will be okay. And then you take this. I'm breathless. I mean, that's just beautiful. Once the wing nuts on there.
Well, if you're breathless, then take a deep breath.
Rat rodding. That is definitely, that's what it needed, John. It didn't have a Maltese cross on it. All right, let's get out of here. We're just goofing around now. Okay, Sunday evening. I promised you guys a ride. Ooh, Maltese Falcon, Long Beach, California. All right, anyways, Rolly's ready. Johnny's ready. Look at his enthusiasm. It has been so hot. He's whipped. Look at how whipped he is. Woo, whipped.
You woke me up from a nap. I'm not...
Woke you up from a nap so you could hold the camera.
Tired. Yeah.
I'm going to go see if it starts after we've messed with it a bunch of times. And then you have to open the gate for me, Johnny.
Would you like me to close the hood or leave that open?
Let's start it first, see what happens. That's really good. What do you think? You think that choke's not closing all the way now?
Well, you did set it so that it wasn't closed all the way.
So what are you saying? I get one choice or the other? I get it to either choke off or I get it to drive right. Is that what I get? I get one or the other?
Well, if the choke closes, then it'll probably open at some
Maybe
point.
it's not closed. Put your finger on there and hold that to see how it starts. I guess that's what you get. You get either the choke to close all the way or you get it to open all the way.
I'm sure it'll open all the way.
A fuel injection guy to come in here and put a fuel injection on it.
I'm trying to put my hand on power cables. Of course. Well,
What happened?
you know that ring that seals the...
Dust out?
Yeah.
We'll go underneath the truck?
Yeah. I could have got it, but then when you opened the door, it fell down further.
So I need to move the truck?
It's right there, so yeah, you'd have to pull forward or I have to crawl under there.
It's on the ground?
Yeah.
I'll just pull forward. Then we can put this mess back on. Yeah. Either get a choke or either you get a choke that chokes it or you get a choke that runs wide open. It might need a little more tuning.
Let me stand out of the way. That's the thing to fill up, if none of you noticed.
Alright, well. I think I need more stuff in my yard, John.
You probably do.
Yeah, we're gonna straighten all this stuff up tonight. Alright, you throw that on. I'll move this junk. Free tires. Anybody want them? Free tires.
They're like new.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Is this gonna be one of those deals where if you put free on something, nobody comes and gets it, but if you ask, you know, you put a sign on it, do not steal or save, they'll come and steal it?
You know, $10. I know what I got. Then they're gone in the morning.
Yeah. Now, do I do the real rat rod thing, John, and just instead of putting that all OCD, I put it like weirdo?
Sure, why not?
But then I don't even do it any sort of degree. I just kind of just, All right. Well, shut that off till we get on the road. Open the gate. Let's get going. So if you may have noticed or not, that vine didn't want to let go. Now it did. All right. So we're just a little ways from the house. Come down. Let's see if it'll actually. Like we fixed it.
Yeah, it seems like.
Kicking the butt the way it goes. Well, it made a lot of noise and the suspension worked. That's as good as a Suburban will ever do. Don't kid yourself. I told you this engine ran good. Now you guys noticed I didn't do the valve covers. I'm waiting on some gaskets. There was a time all that stuff was in stock. Now you gotta wait. I'm gonna cross here, the busiest road. Probably flip around, call it a night. What you want to do is get loud pipes and then roll through your neighborhood on a Sunday evening. Nobody will notice.
Totally.
Anyways, this is probably the end of the video for this week. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep on doing what you're doing. Help me to do what I want to do. We're trying to grow the channel. Share it. We'll try to change up some of the stuff we're doing, but you know, it is what it is, and I am who I am, and that's all. That's all, folks. Talk to you later. Looks like it has a 5-speed conversion. '47 Ford. It's noisy. Sorry, it's noisy out here. Everybody's yakking, and guy's got a little bed in here. This is a cute little deal. He redid all the wood. I haven't met the person, just seen his vehicle. Hopefully I can get a good view of it here. There you go. The announcer was saying earlier, this is one of the larger shows west of the Mississippi. You know, self-promotion is promotion, but it is a neat show. If you guys ever get up in this area of the Northwest, I think it's the first weekend in August, which is this. This is a new building they built this year. I don't know what's going to be in it though. Neat. Anyways, there's kind of a walking parade here. Well, the parade makes a circle and there's bleachers, but it's massive. I mean, it goes on for an hour and a half. You know, all kinds of stuff. You're probably going to get a little snippet today, and that's about it. In case somebody's interested in square bodies, here's one with a straight axle, 1 ton. In case somebody else is interested, these are very early Holt tractors. Very early. Early stuff. You don't see these hardly anymore. A lot of this stuff, I think, maybe it's been imported into Washington. I don't know. Here's a Caterpillar 60. This one's been here for years. They run it off and on. These are just sitting here. You know, you can walk right up to them. There's nobody stopping you. The British. This is the one I believe starts with a shotgun. Yep, it does. You put it in there and away you go. Bang, and away it goes. We get some Canadian stuff, being how we're only a few minutes from Canada when we're this far up in Washington. pickups. 36 Fords, right there. Harley Davidsons. Fleet tracks. I'm not sure. Is it an oily? What is this thing? Take a minute and walk over here and show you something. This is one from last year. I have a good enough memory to remember this. Oregon. Maybe the sign's on it. This one come up from Oregon. This roller, it's an actual steam roller. The Buffalo Steamroller Company. Oh, they're hot, you know, you walk by them, you can feel the heat. They're real, they're running fires in them. Oh yeah, City of Astoria, I remember. Before I was being told last year that this one worked in Astoria, right on the mouth of the Columbia between Washington and Oregon, and helped pave the streets of Astoria. If you've ever been to Astoria, the whole thing is built on a hill. I don't know how it climbed those hills, but it did it. Anyways, pretty neat stuff going on here today. So that is a steam generator. Actually, it's a steam donkey. Let me walk over there in a minute. But it's providing steam to this steam engine, which is turning that flywheel, which is running that belt. It's all at an idle right now. And you'll see the blade turning on the saw blade. So eventually they'll get this organized. And they'll bring some of those logs with the overhead cable system off the ground, set them on the trolley, and then saw the logs. And away they go. That all operates off of that belt. Now you look over here. I don't know if they're still using this one. I don't see anybody manning it today. But this worked for years. This is all stuff out of the Northwest woods that people kept going. But this steam donkey runs the overhead cable. And it's set up with overhead hooks. I don't know if you can see how many tractors there are here. Let's go over and look at this John Deere real quick. It's an R, but it's a double-headed R. These are the last of the 2 cylinders, but then diesel. Anyways, what I was saying is this is a great big show. People bring out their stuff. I've never put anything in it. There's a little car show. There's a big semi-truck show. There's tractors. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Steam. You can see they're running steam onto this little engine off the steam header right here. Oh, there goes the horn. Looks like they got it set up for oil and wood. Washington Ironwork Builders, Seattle, Washington. So originally, before they had tractors in the woods, this would have been set up to pull itself around with the head cable and stuff. They're just using this one right now for the steam to supply the unit. Here's something that's made in Hoquiam. which is out on the west coast, further out than we are. Like I say, it's very interesting. If you ever get a chance to come up this way, take a look. So John and I are taking a walk through the trucks. 38 Ford. Looks like a little Hemi motor somebody put in there. I'm not sure of the size. They've adapted it to some kind of manual transmission with a Hurst shifter. Boom. And I don't know, it's a Chevy 12 bolt maybe? Couldn't really tell. Looks like a 12 bolt. Kind of a little rat roddy little truck. Kind of neat. And then I'll show you some of this other stuff. There's just hordes of them down here. We're going to take a big walk about here in a minute. I'll film some of it, you know. Over here we got some tractor pulls getting ready. Yes, they do a vintage tractor pull here. They've got a fire truck set up to pull. They've got an old International with a Detroit 12-cylinder ready to pull. And that'll be later this evening. I'll get some of that video. Looks like a 12 valve in an Oliver. Wow. I don't think he's running a radiator, John. There's no...
I don't think so either. He's got a cooler for the
oil cooler. Oh yeah, that comes off the transmission. He's got an oil cooler.
You think this engine's overheated?
Probably not. They only run them for a few seconds, pole to pole. Yeah, it seems silly, but whatever.
It's less horsepower to turn that.
Lines are up, and away we go.
I've been seeing this all day. We're sneaking up on it. I always said the best part of a show is the parking lot, and here we go. Does anybody know what it is? Can you tell? Can you tell? It's a cyclone. When was the last time you'd seen a cyclone? If you guys know anything about cyclones, then you know it's a cyclone. Anyways, it's just sitting here in the lot. People drive this stuff. We're right at the end of the tractor show pulling. They're just going back and up in their weight. Also, there's a Firebird. I know some guys are interested in Firebirds. Krager wheels. This one looked pretty good too. My little sister had a Firebird, an 80 or 81 model, years ago. Automatic. Good looking car. If I see anything cool, I'll let you know. Otherwise, that was the tractor show this year. Last year, if you go back, you'll see that I did some tractor show stuff. It's local to our area. It's supposed to be a garage, just enough garage stuff, but I see other things and I like to let people see them too. Anyways, we'll let you go.